Hey Leo, welcome into your general reading for November 2024. Thank you so much for being here with me. My name is Coco, and before we get started, I would just like to remind you that this is a general reading. It might not resonate for everybody. If it doesn't resonate for you, that's totally okay. Just leave it behind. But if it does resonate for you and if you relate to what is being said, please consider liking the video or subscribing to my channel. I am very new over here on the YouTube front. So any help is deeply appreciated and valued. Okay, so let's get into it. First, I'm going to see what the general theme is going to be in your November. Then I'll see how you're showing up, as well as what you are being encouraged to embrace and let go of. I'll see what the end of November will look like for you. Then we'll get an Archangel Animal Oracle card to see which animal guides are guiding you through November. Then lastly, we'll get a card of advice from the Wisdom of Tao Oracle, which is my new deck and which I am in love with. So without further ado, let's get into it. Woo! Okay, so got two cards. I swear, with this deck and my other decks, I guess just in general with my guides, they love to give me two cards often that are consecutive. I'll always get cards that are like 14, 15, 2 and 3, and here we have 42 and 43. We've got wide open and details. So in November, you feel open to new possibilities. There's a butterfly in this card signifying that there is some kind of transformation that has happened, and now you are kind of spreading your wings and wanting to fly and wanting to go to new places or meet new people. In November, that is something that you could be doing, traveling, putting yourself out there in a new way, exploring something new, exploring a new educational path, just getting interested in new things, but your heart is wide open. With this details card, you could be working on something at school, you could be working really hard at work, maybe you're crunching numbers, you're, writing essays, you're doing hard stuff that requires a lot of analytical detail. Okay, so that is showing up for you in November. Now you do have two cards. I'm going to try to prop them up together here if it works. Yes it does. Okay, now let's see how you are showing up, Leo. All right, you've got another two cards, Queen of Pentacles and the Sun. The Sun is your energy, Leo. You're showing up comfortable, in control, very confident. Hi, Deuce. My dog just decided to join us. Very in your power, very authentic in your own energy, Leo, and putting in a lot of effort in the things that matter to you. The Queen of Pentacles, she's very committed, very dedicated to whatever she decides is most worth her time and effort. So that might be family, that might be your own projects, that might be your career, that might be your home. But either way, the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's working really hard to bring something physical into their life. So money, but also any kind of abundance that is material. So a new home, a new career. All right, so you could be working towards a goal, and they're letting me know that you've accomplished some kind of goal come November, and you're feeling really confident in it. It feels like it's related to work or education. Like if you're a student, you've achieved some kind of goal. You feel like you are I'm getting somebody who, this is random, but like an upperclassman in college, or somebody who has done a lot of work to get where they are. So somebody who is higher up at work and now has gotten the promotion that they had always wanted. And it's now that you're up there, you're up on the ladder where you want to be. So that feels really good for you in November. Also, I apologize for any car noises, any loud noises in general. I live in a very noisy area, so you might hear cars beeping or passing by, and I do apologize for that. Now you've got the Queen of Swords. in the energy that you are being asked to embrace. Be very analytical, logical, and, think things through. Really plan diligently in November. If there's like a choice you're making, or if there are just, some things going on at work or school or whatever it may be, make a list, do a pros and cons list when you can. But the Queen of Swords is somebody who is very rational. So any choices you're making, be decisive with them, but really think them through before you make them. And don't take any bullshit from people. Put up really strong boundaries with people. Let's see what you are being guided to let go of. You've got the Death card. Letting go of a transformative time of your life or a transformative process that could have been really painful for you in the past. But they're asking you to let go of any connections that you have. Oops, sorry for the car horn. Any connections that you still have emotionally to that time of your life. I am going to clarify this card. The number 13 might be very significant for you in November because you've got 3 13 cards numerically. So Death is 13 and the Queens are 13. Yeah, 9 of Swords. You might have some stress, anxiety, or fear, some worries or doubts connected to a thing that has ended in your life. I'm not sure what has ended here. Okay. 5 of Swords. Yes, something painful ended here. It was painful. I feel as if it was wrapped up to somebody else. That won't be the case for everybody, but it feels as if somebody else here was wrapped up in this, and there was some icky energies attached to this whole thing. And if you still have worries, doubts about it, you're being asked to let go of that. Let go of those anxieties, let go of those worries or regrets that you might have, or feelings of like, did I do it right? Was I an asshole? Were my choices right? Worrying about that now will not do you any good. Now your outcome at the end of November 2024, you got the 2 of Wands. Lovely. Yeah, beginning something new. Making some new choices, having options around you. This person is looking at the world saying, where should I go now? Like, what should I do? I have choices. This could mean that you are at a fork in the road almost, like you feel like you have to make a decision. With this Queen of Swords, I did kind of get that feeling. So you'll weigh the decision, you'll really think about it. In November, you could be really thinking about it. Just, looking at the pros and cons of both decisions. But if you don't have to make a fixed decision anytime soon, this is just a really open, like this card, a really wide open energy to receiving whatever it is that is coming into your life, especially as like the new year comes around, as 2025 comes around. It feels like you're kind of like planning what you want your 2025 to look like. You could be traveling in November. You could be thinking about planning some travels. You're weighing up your options in November for sure. So let's now see which animal guides are guiding you through November as well. All right, you have got dog. The short message is be disciplined in your home and community life. So some of you might have a dog, or you might be spending a lot of time with a dog. When you receive this card, you are invited to look at the structure of your family life and your friendships, including those with work colleagues. Are you loyal to each other? Do you respect each other? Do you all relate to each other for the highest good? Are you disciplined or chaotic in your lifestyle? Your family reflects you. So are you loyal to yourself? Do you respect yourself? Do you make choices for your highest good? You are reminded that spiritual discipline is the foundation for true happiness and joy. It is the keystone of ascension. The dog card wants you to know that when you consistently practice your spiritual techniques, you can be adaptable, courageous, and develop a sense of adventure and fun. Your entire life can expand based on this solid foundation, as self-control confers safety. You can then walk forward in joy and bliss. Dogs are certainly great teachers because they do teach us that unconditional loyalty and unconditional love that we not only, should give to others, but we should give to ourselves. So dog is with you through November, Leo. So now let's go ahead and see what advice is coming out for you. Ooh, okay. You've got 2 cards. The first card is keep going. Perplexing conditions can't stop you from learning and growing. The reality that you feared may not exist. You are moving in the right direction, even if it seems to be taking longer than anticipated. You have got the power. Okay, and let's see the second card. You've got coexist, synergy. Cease your complaints and work as a team instead. You will breed unnecessary stress and pressure if you expect others to think or behave like you. Be empathetic. Everyone has a role to play. I think this card goes along well with the dog card because it's asking you to remember that people deserve your loyalty and respect even when they're different from you and even when you don't agree, really. And to watch out for the ways that perhaps you have learned in your family life what respect really looks like, what love looks like, what loyalty looks like, and to analyze that in November and see if you are really embodying the ways that you have been taught that or the ways that you perhaps maybe should approach loyalty and love. Because I think a lot of times we grow up in families that do not teach us the correct ways to love or express respect or even express like self-respect and self-love, okay? So that is what I have for you, Leo. I hope this reading was helpful for you. If it was, please like the video or subscribe to my channel or don't, whichever. But I will see you next time. Have a lovely November.